Hey guys, crew Blonde Wave. This is the Blonde Wave podcast. I'm Eric.
I'm Shane.
I'm Calvin.
I'm Aaron still.
Still. Have you always been Aaron?
As far as I know. Suppose I was switch at birth.
You were switched?
I don't know. That's the ongoing. That's what I say.
Who said that? You said that.
I was strangled at birth.
By your own cord?
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense now I think about it. Shane, what was your circumstance of birth?
I was a C-section, therefore I wasn't exposed to all the bacteria and active cultures
Yeah.
that reside in the vagina when the baby exits.
Yeah, but aren't those bacteria, isn't that essential to create antibodies?
Yes, it is.
So that's why...
And I wasn't,
You are the way you are.
breastfed.
Oh, okay.
So you just got fucked.
So
And your face wasn't compressed either.
no, it was compressed like this.
Yeah.
That's why my
Yeah,
nose is
wow.
squished.
Well, I was naturally birthed, and I was 47 pounds.
No, you weren't.
Okay, we're continuing on
I was
with
going to let it
questions.
go.
With questions from Sex, Drugs, and Cocoa Puffs by Chuck Klosterman.
Damn, I
Old
love that.
Chaz.
We are on question number 20, and we're going to go right into it, fellas. For whatever the reason, 2 unauthorized movies are made about your life.
Oh. Okay. Shane's like, all right.
The first is an independently released documentary,
I had a couple of unauthorized videos that I'm in.
primarily comprised of interviews with people you know and bootleg footage from your actual life.
Bootleg.
We have plenty.
Critics are describing the documentary as brutally honest and relentlessly fair. Meanwhile, Columbia TriStar has produced a big-budget biopic about your life, casting major Hollywood stars as you and all of your acquaintances. Though the movie is based on actual events, screenwriters have taken some liberties with the facts. Critics are split on the artistic merit of the fictionalized account, but audiences love it. Which film would you be most interested in seeing?
Huh, shit. I mean, honestly, I'd be really interested in seeing them both.
That's not the question. You gotta pick one, and you gotta give a reason
Who's
why.
playing me?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Chris
I gotta
Pratt?
have more information.
Can Chris Pratt play me? I want Chris Pratt.
Casting
I think
major
Chris Pratt could play.
major Hollywood star. It's not a no name or someone. It's a
I'm
household
going with
name.
Chris Pratt could play me. That's
All
what
right.
I think would be a good representation of
Okay.
me. What do you think?
The major
That
Hollywood,
work?
sure, major
that
Hollywood
work?
star. That works.
Yeah.
You look so much like Chris Pratt. You're so
I
handsome.
think he does.
Adrian Brody.
He kind of does.
Adrian Brody,
For me. Is that
John
okay?
Leguizamo, whatever his name
yeah,
is.
yeah.
Yeah.
John Goodman, or I don't know.
John Goodman at 29?
John Leguizamo was on that Kelly Ripa talk show just the other day.
yeah?
Melanie was watching. I'm like, hey, that's Shane's
Shane.
look alike.
Yeah.
He looks a lot different now though, but I can see Shane growing into that.
Yeah.
Hopefully that guy. I see my brother and I'm thinking, well, shit, he got old overnight.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, that would work. So Chris Pratt plays me.
Sure.
Scarlett Johansson plays Melanie.
You're not concerned at
No.
all for the documentary.
What? No, I'm so excited for my fake life.
Yeah.
I mean, that.
I just want to think of who all's playing me and like you guys and
I would be very interested.
Screenwriters have taken liberties with the facts. That doesn't mean it's like this is a movie that glorifies you. It could be a terrible, terrible movie that doesn't get the facts
I
right.
get played by Chris Pratt.
You could actually be a wife beater.
If the movie's about Aaron, I don't think they're gonna make a character that you hate.
There's a lot of biopics about bad people.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's a character you love to hate. Because if not, you're just watching about something you hate and somebody.
What about
you hate.
the Hitler movie?
It's a little different.
I'm Hitler now.
Well,
What about Bronson?
Bronson with Tom Hardy.
What are you talking
Yeah.
about?
He's a badass in that though.
Who's
Yeah, but
Who's
he's
Bronson?
a terrible fucking man.
He's a badass, and that guy was a terrible man.
who?
the guy with the mustache, he's bald.
Hitler.
No.
Damn it, Aaron.
Bald.
Everyone's bald in my eyes.
I'm gonna go.
Because of
I'm
the
more
mirror.
interested in seeing the
You want the true one, don't you?
no the biopic just because I don't think that my documentary would be very interesting and you gotta kind of spice shit up.
I mean, I know what my life's been like.
Yeah,
You know, I don't.
that's the
even see
thing. The question is, which film would you be most interested in seeing? Not what is the better film.
Yeah, I know my life.
Yeah,
Like it'd be interesting to see how Hollywood spiced up my life.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like maybe I'm some kind
Yeah.
of secret agent or something.
yeah.
I don't think it'd be that.
I don't know.
That's a big liberty.
Maybe it's like that.
That's not based on true accounts.
What was
He's Aaron of Blonde Wave and a
But he's
secret
Harry
agent.
Tasker.
Yeah, but now he can't lie. What will his reactions be like now?
No,
Now that we know they're not fake.
Knowing my luck, it'd be like that. Who played Robin in the Nolan?
Oh,
his name?
Christopher.
No,
Joseph Gordon-Levitt,
Yep.
right? What's that other movie he's
Oh,
in
Rob-
with
yeah.
Scarlett Johansson? And he's like
Cancer one?
No.
no, 50-50. That's not 50-50.
It's
Oh, it's the one where
John.
he's.
Is it John something?
Yeah, Ron John.
Yeah.
yeah, that was
My
good.
luck.
Don John.
Don John.
Don John,
My,
whatever.
my
Run,
luck.
John.
My
Run,
luck.
John. Porta potties.
I remember it was something like sequential like that.
My
It's
luck.
like Don Juan, isn't it?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
something like that. My luck is
Yeah.
I'd be like him.
Yeah.
That's what they would do with me. And then I could just like that's the story.
Scarlett Johansson still.
Luckily, I'm still with Scarlett Johansson.
Luckily.
except I'm played by Chris Pratt.
Yeah.
I might have to go with the Hollywood version too. If the audiences are loving it, it's gotta be a good movie.
True,
You know what I mean?
but
Like you said, I know what my life's like.
yeah.
Hopefully, no one else does.
Well, they do
well-
now because there's the other movie out. Do you want to know what they know?
Either way,
That's
it's
the only
out
thing
there.
That's the only thing about that, though.
Well, critics are split on the artistic merit.
They will
The
go.
audience, audiences love it, but
So if you're looking at Rotten Tomatoes, critics gave it a 50-50,
Yeah.
and the audience gave it like a 90,
sure.
something like that.
barely
right?
happens like that, but yeah.
Hey, The Rock. The
Yeah.
Rock has like a 50% by critics, but people love it.
All the
Yeah. That's
good
true.
point.
Your movie's not no rock though. You know what? We're kind of like critics, I guess,
Yeah.
in our reactions and reviews.
I don't consider myself.
We,
But I fucking hate critics.
I feel like we do more like we critique the movie and the
Yeah.
shows and what happened, but we're not just like this sucked.
We don't
This
give
is
like
awesome.
a score and say,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It just gets a 4 out of 10.
We don't
Rank
rate
things.
things.
We normally,
Yeah.
I hopefully
I
like.
give it
I'm
5
like-
blind wave eyes.
I have blind eyes.
It's so offensive. Deaf ears, do that.
I think we,
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's better.
I think we just talk about the shit that we love.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Call
Alicia.
herself Deaf Wave. Then I'd definitely be a leader of Deaf Wave.
You can be deaf wave. That's fine. I'll poke out one of my eyes and be the leader of blind wave.
Okay.
You have, no, you have to poke up both of them.
Just one.
No, it's
No,
gotta be
because you're
both.
not blind.
Well, he's not deaf.
I'll do both.
Okay.
Blind leader.
That's commitment.
Calvin, did you answer?
I would be really interested to see like what other people thought about me, stuff
Yeah.
like that. Like I would be,
The documentary.
yeah, like the actual, like the brutally honest one.
Which is you at home for 20 years on,
You know what?
at a desk,
There's one
choking
shot.
puppies and stuff.
There's one shot that's like based on actual footage. It's a reenactment, and he's like some guy who just lifts a rock up and goes, eh.
You know what? Calvin's got a good point. I think I might change my answer.
You can't change your answer.
No, you
I
can.
absolutely 100% can. Because how many years from now or whatever, like I would love to have.
Like how many?
I'd love to have a film
opportunities
about
do you
this
have?
about like my mom or my dad. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I can watch that, and I'd love to see one of these about like my grandpa. So people that come after me, or just being able to see it in my old age, I would probably enjoy that more than some fucking Hollywood dick putting a fat suit on and running around just telling everybody how big his dick is. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go with the documentary.
I'd watch both eventually, but I'd be more interested in seeing the movie.
Yeah.
It doesn't say you can't watch one or the other.
No, it says which would be more interested.
I think it would be more interesting when I watched them both, which one I liked more.
Yeah.
Have Eric played by that kid from Superbad that draws the penises.
Jonah Hill?
Yeah, that's who plays Eric.
He's not fat
skinny
enough.
though.
Huh?
He's actually,
skinny
he
now.
got fat again.
Good.
He got fatty.
He goes
yeah.
up and down. He's been doing that the last like 7 years.
I mean, Eric loves to draw dicks, right?
Yeah, he
That's
does.
perfect.
No, just the one to mock you.
You've drawn it.
I didn't like it.
I've seen you draw.
I didn't enjoy doing
You
it.
you
What
love
was all that in your room, that notebook?
it. Yeah.
I told you not to tell anybody. You have to give me that $500 back, man.
Nah, shit. You're right.
All right, so everybody get a good answer in.
Yeah.
All
Chris
right,
Pratt,
yeah.
Scarlett
Let's
Johansson.
move on to the next one. Shane, you got number 21.
Imagine you could go back to the age of 5 and relive the rest of your life. Knowing everything that you know now, you will re-experience your entire adolescence with both the cognitive ability of an adult and the memories of everything you've learned from having lived your life previously. Would you lose your virginity earlier or later than you did the first time around? And by how many years?
Earlier.
Earlier, probably.
So you go back to 5 and then you relive it with all the memories. Well, hell yeah.
Maybe 3. 3 years earlier, probably.
Because you know that, like,
You think of a specific girl?
No.
You just know that you want that. That age.
If I knew stuff that I knew now, I probably
You
would
still
do
couldn't
some
get
things
'em.
differently. What?
No, I'm just kidding.
If I had all that I have now, I'm much more like
You have less.
outgoing. I'm not talking about my hair, Shane.
All right.
But I have more like I'm more outgoing. I feel like I have a better sense of talking with people and stuff than I used to back in like any of my grades all the way up into high school. High school was my best.
Yeah.
But now I'm better than then.
Yeah. I don't know. I
And
think
I'm not
that,
saying like in like 5th grade I'd lose my virginity or nothing. I'm talking about like I'd probably still be in high school.
because I would have hindsight during the events that I used to think about all the time. Like, damn it, if I had done 2 things differently, I would have had sex that night.
Gina Farnsworth? Man, I definitely should
Yeah.
have had sex with her.
So, yeah, I definitely would have, and it would have been by a factor of 6 years.
Damn.
6?
Damn, right?
I don't know.
I'm sorry. I'm just remembering that the very first time I knew that if I'd done something differently, it would have happened. So I just been counting the day. Like I'd be 5, and I'd think, all right, find the day. You know, it's Garrett and Shelley Fleming's birthday.
So you're like
I can't remember what year it was exactly.
you're reliving like your entire life for one day in particular.
No, not necessarily.
This is the age-old question.
I'm just-
Go back to high school knowing what you knew now.
It's not high school. Mine's junior high.
Or junior high.
Yeah.
Shit.
For me, I would probably wait till I was like a freshman in high school. I wouldn't be banging out, you know.
Yeah, I'm not going too young. I'm probably sophomore.
Fortunately for me,
I'm looking at
or unfortunately, I was able to have sex, but I was just kind of deathly afraid of having sex. Like I just thought I'd get someone pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, there's many times I was with girls, and things are getting there, and I'd be like, all right, stop. I said this out of my mouth. I said I want to wait to someone I loved. That's what I told them. I said that. Me.
You said that, but you were.
Well, I meant
did
it.
you care? Did you mean it, or was it the pregnancy thing?
I did mean it.
Because there are such a thing as condoms.
No, I did mean it. Didn't matter to me. Like you know.
I'll break the condom. I'm a man. Yeah, it doesn't matter to me. What do you mean?
Well, I'm just thinking that's 99%, and you know, I had sex ed in high school, and if I did everything right, I could still get her pregnant. I was just thinking of all these things.
Yeah.
So it's a combination of both. I mean, sometimes I would say
Didn't you have your kid at like 18?
I did, but what I'm saying is when I was like 15 years old, when I was with my
Sure.
buddy Jordan at the Y, we met
Yeah.
these girls and went back to their house across the street. Knowing what I know now, I would definitely be having sex, all kinds of crazy sex.
So you were very scared to have a kid, so you weren't having sex. So knowing what you know now, you would have sex and just risk having a kid?
Yes, because now I know it's a lot less likely.
So when you're 15, well, if I'm gonna have sex, I'm not using a condom.
That's
I'm
my rule.
definitely
That's
not
my
pulling
rule
out.
now.
Okay. I'm just trying to think, like,
Depends
what
rules on that
changes
no-no.
that? I think the question is
What
more
changes
like...
is the experience I've had for years having sex and using the pull-out method, or in some of the times I've hated using a condom. You know what I mean? You know, in my friends trying to conceive, and not being able to conceive, thinking, you know what? If I would have just had sex that one time at that fucking party, pulled it out, I wouldn't have got her pregnant.
Uh-huh.
So all those times I didn't have
You
sex.
didn't know that when you were 15.
I was more scared.
Okay.
Ironically,
But when you were 15, when this time, would you still be scared?
No, I wouldn't, because I would know what I know now.
So I'm gonna say, like, the only thing that you
True.
said is the only thing that you say is changing is that I could have had sex, but I didn't, so I would have.
Yeah.
There's no like.
Yeah, because I could have had all kinds of sex already.
So your life experience hasn't really changed that situation. You're just gonna make the same choice regardless. You'd still be a 15-year-old boy having sex.
Yeah, but back then I didn't have
Like
sex.
nothing about.
so would you, or whatever, however old you were.
No, I would have. No, like
What's changing by
I
yours?
fucked up because I didn't know shit. Like Shane just could have done it.
Oh, he just didn't.
He just didn't.
Well,
Like, he
see-
was like, I'm not going to. I was like trying
No, I've been laughing.
and couldn't because I fucked. I fucked everything up.
Well, I've been there too. It's not like I could have always had sex with a girl. I mean, this is a
That's
girl.
exactly how you made it sound.
No, there's a girl. Danielle.
We would have done it, but I said
I was
no,
crazy about high
'cause
school.
babies.
Yeah.
Danielle, like I
Uh-huh.
would have had sex with her.
Okay.
And I told myself that's when I'm gonna lose my virginity to.
Well, you didn't get. Why didn't you go to that?
But I didn't get her.
Well,
because
because your
that-
life
that-
experience.
that's-
Why
you
wouldn't
would
you
have.
change your life experiences
Well,
to
that's
get
not,
her?
it was just virginity. It wasn't like what would you do different. I'd be there's girls who would date.
Wait, no. What was the question?
Would you lose your virginity earlier or later? That's how. It wasn't like would you go back and date this girl?
If you could have had sex with your crush, you would have, correct?
Yes.
So.
Oh shit!
And
Earlier or later?
Yeah, it wasn't.
I didn't know there was a later option.
knowing
What I
knew-
just earlier. Like, well,
Knowing-
That's all you guys heard. I've been waiting patiently to say that I would have waited much longer.
knowing what I know now, I feel like the ones I lost,
I was
I
getting
would
ready
have
to
lost
get,
them.
Shane's been going on tyrant about
Yeah.
babies, and I was
I
conceived.
didn't. I could have. I didn't.
but I would
Nothing else would change.
now.
No, I mean,
Ironically, my
I would have made a
change,
basketball team.
my change would take me back to my sophomore year, which
Yeah.
I was getting with Melanie then.
Yeah.
Ironically.
I mean,
Right.
She would have still been involved with some stuff, but maybe
It
some
would-
more
just would have
things-
been sooner.
Maybe some more things would be going on
Yeah.
too.
my
If I was
thing
more
is
confident
like
with
I remember walking the cafeteria and like everyone just like staring at me, like my buddies laughing, like what is wrong with you? You're not gonna get her pregnant. Or why are you waiting? You know what I mean? Like I helped a lot of my friends lose their virginity, and then I didn't lose mine for a while.
Yeah.
They
They all
just-
have kids. That'd been funny.
No, they didn't- no.
That'd been funny if you helped them and then they all had like
No,
16
No, no, they didn't. Well,
Fucking terrible.
what I'm saying is like our buddy White Power Matt. He
That's his Christian name.
Yeah.
I helped him lose
Gotta
his
re-say
virginity.
that. You
Okay.
can't
Alright.
leave that in.
Okay.
I'll leave it in.
yeah.
That's his real name. We all know exactly who he's talking about.
That was his given name.
That's what names do.
Okay. Well,
That's his baptized name.
like I helped him lose his virginity, his junior year. And then he was just banging all kinds of girls, and he got with his girlfriend and banged her.
Yeah.
And like, and it was at the kind of I was like thinking at the time, like, man, have I fell behind these guys? I can still get all these girls. I'm not sticking my dick in them. I remember I was really questioning myself, and
Well,
it made me go out and go. Now I got to get more girls to prove that I can. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like one
you
of my
still
buddies,
didn't do anything.
my buddies would go get like a couple girls, and he'd had sex with one of them, and I would just go get like 20 girls and get my dick sucked by like 12 of them. You know what I'm saying? So like in my head, I rationalized.
At the same time? In a row?
No.
Like it's like the flipped version of that.
So you're just saying that if you wanted to, you could have. So nothing about your life experience would really change it.
Yeah, because
So
I'd be
would-
having sex.
Well,
No,
nothing
so
about.
like basically you're saying like
No, the
would
point of the
just
question
be
is that
your-
you go back to 5 and you have all of your memories.
Yeah,
so,
so-
like, what would change?
Oh,
You're
you-
saying only thing that would change is I just decide I'm going to.
yeah, he's just changing his mindset. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna.
Yeah,
do it.
and that's what the question is: would you lose it earlier or later?
Yeah.
So now,
So
at
we
this
have
point, now you
we have
would.
the knowledge to lose it earlier, and or make the decision knowing what we know now to choose to lose it
Tell
earlier.
you what, I think
it's the same thing.
I think the question is flawed because I could go back if I remember everything. I'd be making bets. I'd be making money, and for sure I'd lose it a lot sooner because I'd just be rich as shit. Because I'd be protecting every.
you think
secret.
Marty McFly with the almanac?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Almanac.
Almanac.
It sounds
Sounds
like,
like
an
an Egyptian.
Indiana Jones.
Almanac.
Almanac.
Almanac. Sorry.
All right, Calvin.
The farmer's
What about Calvin?
almanac.
Calvin hasn't said anything.
Yes, Calvin.
No, I would wait.
You would wait.
Yeah.
You would.
You fucking sissy.
You would no. Calvin would learn that he would learn something in his life. He would learn something that would be like, you know what? I should have waited.
Yeah.
Okay. My thing is like I can remember a specific. I can't remember the date. I can't remember the time. I know it was Garrett and Shelley Fleming's birthday party because they were twins.
So
that
they
means
celebrated.
that they celebrated together. Girls and boys all went to the same party. This is like 7th grade, I think, right? First time we really had like a big party that wasn't at a school. It wasn't a school function, and
Where
it was co-ed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I know we had a campfire, and this girl, I won't say her name.
Shane says the name of every.
I know, and you probably shouldn't. I won't say her name, but she.
Earlier he was like,
Yeah.
like Jennifer Farnsworth, I'd have done this or whatever,
Yeah.
or whatever he said. I don't know.
Danielle.
Yeah.
And we played before it got dark and got the campfire. We played football, but we were like, let's make it tackle, you know. And I was a foot taller than everybody. I was beating the shit out of all these fools. Girls were there was like 5 girls on there. I'm carrying them. You know what I'm saying? So I was confident weirdly because I wasn't a confident kid, you know. But that day I was confident. So I
Because
had
you were
this-
doing something
yeah.
that you were good at.
I had this girl. Like whenever we were at the campfire that night, we were playing hide and seek.
Oh my gosh.
Right, and I was the seeker, right? So I'm just at the campfire counting, and this girl comes over and sits on my lap, like, well, I'm like, you know what I'm
Found
saying?
you.
And everybody else is gone, and I'm like, we got some time. Like, I know in my head, and I remember Mitch Fowl. I can say his name, Mitch Fowl. It's one of my best friends back then. For years after, he'd be like, you know, you could have got that. I was rooting for it. He'd remind me every time. Like, I wouldn't see him for 3 years. Hey, Wiley, you know you could have got that. You know what I'm saying?
So you would have banged this girl in 7th grade?
Yeah.
So what-
Was she in 7th
Wait, so what did you do? Just stop
He was in my
counting? You're
grade.
like, hey, I gotta go find these people. Bye.
I said earlier I was confident. In that moment, I was not confident. So I just kind of sat there, and it was nice, but it was awkward. And knowing what I know now, I could have finangled finangled that a little bit better.
Not finangled.
Say what I want.
The thing is, like, I guess for me, like, knowing what I know now and having done what I've done, like, if I was in 6th or 7th grade, I guess I don't know if I could bang a 6th or 7th grader.
No.
Just because I know what it's like seeing.
That's too early.
You know what I'm saying? Like, when I was a
But
freshman,
you're a 6th or 7th grader.
I know, but I'm
Still too early.
I've already had the experience of banging women.
Yeah, but you still have.
Yeah, but think about it.
You're going too far back.
Him going back to 5 years old and then growing again, he'd be like 40 banging a 7th grader or a 6th grader.
You still have to go.
If he's 40 in his mind,
That's awful.
he'd have 40 years experience, and he's a 7th grader banging this 7th grade chick.
I get what you're saying, but we also have to take
fucking bad.
we have to take into account you're not taking your physical brain back with you. You still have the mind of a 5-year-old. You're still gonna have to go through puberty. You're gonna have all those chemicals going through your body.
But you
all
have the
those thought
experience
processes.
of like a 40-year-old.
No, you had the cognitive ability of an adult and the memories of everything you learned.
Oh, you had the cognitive ability.
Yeah.
Okay,
You're
it
basically
might be a
taking
little
your brain
creepy.
back.
Yeah, you're basically
I would
taking
bang
your
in high
brain
school.
back.
I mean, there's
Okay.
hot high school girls. Yeah, I mean,
no,
if I was,
high school. High school is where I'm.
that's what I'm saying. High
I'm
school.
not going pre-high school.
No.
I won't go
middle
high
school, like primary school, no.
Not for virginity. Like maybe like some other extracurricular kind of activities, but not.
Look at you, like extra activities.
not
Nobody's
virginity.
gonna understand that in the podcast.
You're right.
But he's holding his hand out and he's like spanking the air.
No, I'm sweeping it
He
under
won't
the rug.
say yeah.
He's just sweeping it under
Don't
the
say
rug.
spank.
He was
Spanking it.
Don't say that. It's disgusting.
spank.
Don't spank the table. You're making a loud noise.
But I mean, you know. Yeah, you're right. I think I'd have a heyday.
Heyday,
A heyday.
like at a farm.
Aaron, you don't know. You don't know the fuck you know about heydays.
I know heydays.
Putting up hay.
I used to work on a farm every once in a while. On
Yeah.
summer.
Yeah,
Eric
that's
knows
right.
about heydays too.
Putting up
Hay
hay in the
suck.
summer.
I do, and I'm allergic to hay pollen.
So Calvin's the only one here that would like not go earlier. He's
Yeah.
saying later.
Cow. Never mind.
Is it just like you're like it was a bad experience? I'd rather do it another time, kind of thing.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of my first time if it was like a good experience. I really don't remember it. I don't know if anyone's.
How do you not
first time-
remember?
I don't really.
Like maybe if
remember.
I had more confidence.
I bet if we asked you this question again when you're
There's-
35, you'll be like, hell yeah, I'd go back.
There were probably opportunities that I could have taken advantage of, but no, I'd prefer to wait.
Nothing wrong with that.
Fucking Mitch Faust.
See, I got all these.
You could have got that.
Hey, Wiley, you could have got that.
I'm gonna say that from now
legit,
on.
like, it was like 3 years after we had graduated, I saw him at the pit stop, and he had lost all of his hair since graduation to then. Like, it was almost all gone.
Like Faust.
I remember being like, hey, Mitch.
Mitch
He's like, hey, man, you know, you could have got that. I remember, because it
You're
was...
like, you son of a
yeah,
bitch.
yeah, it was like...
Son of a bitch.
we were right in front. Like, he was getting alcohol out of the alcohol cooler. I was going for milk. Not chocolate milk. I was wanting milk.
Like full whole milk.
Yeah,
I remember
Oreos?
it so
With the red
clearly.
cap?
I remember
Oreos?
so clearly. No, just milk. I just
He's
wanted
getting
milk.
alcohol. You're getting milk.
Yep. I remember
So-
it so clearly.
You got
He was like full on adulting.
Yeah.
And you were still.
Adults can't drink milk. What
I
kind of
love
fucking
milk.
dystopia do we
No.
live in where I
No,
can't just
no.
drink milk when I have a craving?
I am totally okay with drinking milk when you have.
By the
a
way,
craving.
this was like 10 a.m.
I am
Man was getting beer at 10 a.m.
I was.
Who's succeeding?
for later in the day.
He was getting prepared. It's not like he cracked one open out of the brick as he was carrying it over to the
At 10
counter.
a.m., you should have went to Walmart and got a gallon for later for the month.
I didn't want a gallon. I just needed. I had a
the
craving.
day.
I needed it then. All right? I
Not
don't
the
appreciate
month,
you
the
guys. You guys going after my milk intake
No,
habits.
I am not berating you.
Sounds like you are. Like
I
child.
am so fucking
Child.
thirsty right now. No, I made like the thing like he's full on adulting.
Yeah.
Whereas you are still enjoying the pleasures of just whole milk. I love whole
Yeah.
milk. I'm so fucking thirsty right now. I would walk to Speedway to get whole milk.
And you're an adult. So what is that? Why is he adulting and I'm just enjoying milk?
Calvin's only 12 still.
It's because you still enjoy the simple things. You're not like,
Milk is not simple.
I'm an adult.
You gotta collect it. You
So-
have to pasteurize it. You gotta bottle
You don't
it.
have to. Fresh milk is the best fucking thing ever.
And illegal.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it
for
is.
your own consumption, it is fucking not illegal.
I'm gonna go get a cow now.
Get your
I'm done
fucking
with it.
facts straight, Eric.
Jesus Christ! I gotta go get a cow now.
I have had fresh milk from like a farmer.
No one cares.
You talking?
I broke the law, Eric.
Two people grew up on a farm, Aaron. It's only against the law if you don't pasteurize it, then sell it.
Bitch, you had horses. Okay, all right. That was a good question.
Yeah, it was.
We all satisfied with our answers?
Yeah.
Yes.
Not my past now.
Yeah.
You're not satisfied with your past.
However, I would use my adult cognitive brain and all my memories for far more than the paltry virginity loss.
Virginity loss.
Yeah, but the problem is, if you diverge from your past life events too much, then you can't use what
much
you have
changes?
learned.
Well, you got to go big.
That's not the rule, though.
That's not the rule.
There's no paradox. This is the way it is.
Well, no, it's not like you're going to unmake you.
I mean,
you're going to change your
already
life.
changing shit with the virginity thing, you know? What if I had sex in 7th grade, and then at that party every year, came to the same spot, 1, 2, waiting, counting, she comes over. It changed my whole life.
5 seconds later.
Right? I'm done. The party's over.
All right, I counted to 10 this time.
Mitch Fowles would be a much different situation. I'll be the one getting drinks. He'd be getting milk.
Nice.
You work in an office. Generally, you are popular with your coworkers. However, you discover that there are currently 2 rumors circulating in the office gossip mill, and both involve you. The first rumor is that you got drunk at the office holiday party and had sex with one of your married coworkers.
Oh.
This rumor is completely true, but most
Alright.
people don't believe it.
Okay.
The second rumor is that you have been stealing hundreds of dollars of office supplies and selling them to cover a gambling debt. This rumor is completely false, but virtually everyone assumes that is factual. Which
Shit.
of these rumors is most troubling to you?
Definitely the gambling one.
The gambling one.
The false one.
Because that's the one that people believe in. And also, people, if you're banging some girl, married or not, people aren't going to care as much as they care about you fucking with their money. When you fuck with a man's money, that's when he cares.
Yeah.
Like, that's when you can lose your job. You can't lose your job for banging some chick. You know what I mean?
Does my
Depends
office...
where.
Well, it depends where.
Yeah.
I
Like in the back of a Volkswagen?
Or like.
Why is it always Volkswagen?
No, it's in the supply room.
This
That's why you're getting accused of stealing shit.
That's probably what it was.
I heard that you
Yeah.
had sex with her in a very uncomfortable place, if you know what I mean. What, in the back of a Volkswagen?
What is that?
No, it would
Moral
definitely
arrest?
be the gambling one for me, hands down. I think, yeah. I think the former is more common anyway.
I would, generally, in any case, I would prefer people to believe something that is true about me than something that is false. Like, if I did something wrong, I'll own that. If people are saying shit about me that I didn't do, that pisses me off.
Yeah.
Like, way worse than getting caught for doing something wrong.
I mean, one's infidelity, the other is criminal activity.
That's what I'm saying.
If that got back to her husband, then yeah, I'm gonna feel real shitty. I'm like, hey man, it didn't happen. And he'd be like, oh yeah. I'm like, yeah, and he shoots me or something. I mean, that would suck. The other one, I'm in jail, and I already know I can survive that.
Oh, God.
5 hours in jail is not a
I should have left you there overnight.
I wish you had.
We
Like-
know you didn't, because we wouldn't have been able to open Christmas presents.
We would have done it the next day.
I'd have
We'd
waited.
be
You guys do
fine.
it without me.
Could have waited. When did you'd had to stay in there until either A, you found out that you could do it yourself somehow, or B, till your hearing or whatever, right?
Well, I had to. If I can get a hold of you, I just would have called someone else, like my dad or something. I did not want to do that, but I would have.
He would have been.
I'd be like, yeah, Eric, I'm gonna get you out. All right.
Then you
then I
just
just-
have to wait.
Then I just wait, and then it's like past the time of when you can get. Sorry, Eric, it's too late. We can't do it. I'll try tomorrow. Bye.
I call Aaron, he doesn't answer, so I call Calvin, and then I'm in there like an extra 10 hours. Like, I brought donuts.
He walks
I'll be like,
for
damn
the
it.
deputies.
I'd be like, damn
not
it.
for you.
All right, that's okay, Calvin.
Yeah, I would go with the stealing supply one probably.
Yeah.
I think anybody would prefer something that is true about them to be believed than something that is not true.
I don't know.
I mean, in this case,
I think it was
most
the
people
other-
don't believe.
I think if
the
it
true
was
thing.
the other way around, and it was I really am stealing this stuff, or there's a fake rumor that I slept with a married woman, I probably would still not want them to know about the stealing stuff one.
Yeah.
That's
You
what I'm-
know,
Yeah, I mean, because people don't like when you fuck with their money. You know what I'm saying?
This might be also a question that would benefit from having a female voice because, you know, we know in our society there's a difference between a guy going out and getting laid and then the stigma of a woman going out and getting laid. There's a different social stigma when it comes to that too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I wonder
It's-
what like the woman would have said on like the last question we had about like the virginity thing.
Yeah. Probably like Calvin's answer.
Maybe not.
Yeah,
Maybe not.
You know, I don't know.
Like maybe
Maybe
if
it'd been
that one girl at the campfire had like, you know what, I
So you know what I regret?
Not being more obvious.
No, I was gonna say, like,
I think-
if I went back in time, you know, and I did all that, and I got there,
But she went back
and
in
then
time
she went
too?
back in time to stop it. So then we're
Oh my God,
we're in
you
a
just-
constant
That's
continual
a movie. You're
Oh
both
my
trying to
God.
become younger to outdo each
Yeah,
other.
like our oh my
To
god.
stop having sex and to also have
And
sex.
we literally go into eternity trying to stop it, and Mitch Fowler's being like, oh.
He's
Like he's
his
drinking
dream.
milk and drinking beer.
Drinking beer milk.
Actually, a lot of the women I've talked to, they regret losing it as early as they did, or to
Yeah.
the person they did, or they regret people,
Genuinely the person.
or they regret people finding out. Like the ones I know regret things because other people found out, like other girls found out and whatever. The friends I had, the female friends I have who've been really promiscuous, you know, when I see them later in life, I feel like it's like the dark side of the force. Sometimes I feel like sometimes that's led to like a party life that is degraded them physically, and sometimes put them down bad paths, especially the more promiscuous they were. And on the other side, I feel like the guys who weren't promiscuous at all, they were the guys who just didn't do anything in life. Yeah, I mean, it's like the opposite almost. It's like the guys who got laid all the time, they end up getting like the good jobs, and they look good later in life.
Part of that probably has to do with like just personality traits and like confidence and
Yeah, exactly.
being able to put yourself out there and
Yeah.
whatnot. And
Yeah, well, it's funny. I think like it's how the slutter, like the whole slut stigma was from the 50s. Like in the office when women were working and they'd label another woman a slut because if one girl is sleeping with all the guys, she's going to lower the market value of sex. And women, you need that market value of sex to control men. Yeah, I mean, because they control, you know, sex controls everything, right? And they can control all these men. But if there's one woman just giving it up easier, then it's going to fuck all the other girls. And if you look at it from like a long, you know, from a I don't want to say evolutionary point of view, but evolutionary point of view,
don't want to say.
you know, I mean, it's you know,
Just say it.
it's going to ruin their chances of survival if they can't get a man because one girl's getting them all. So you know that stigma is actually created by women.
What was that
No,
question?
I mean, when I think about it, I don't know. I don't want to say anything offensive, but when I think about it, it is difficult for guys to have sex, and it is not very difficult for women to have sex. So when a guy has sex, they're applauded by his brothers. When a woman has sex, it's like, well,
We got to wade through the
like
shit to get there.
most women have a couple guys that are their friends because they love them so much, you know?
Of course.
Like, there are women that, you know, there's girls in my life that I used to just be friends with because I really wanted to be with them.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
me too.
And if they were like, just one day, you know what? I just would like to have sex today. I'd be like, yes, let's do it.
'Cause we
But if
don't-
I did that to them, they'd be like, no. But if it happened, and I told Shane, he hugged me.
Yeah,
you know,
I patted it back.
it would be it's such a thing. Like, so the whole slut thing, you know, and versus the whole player, like the guy is winning and it's like the girl is losing. It's kind of bullshit, but I think
It absolutely is bullshit.
I think it stems from that, you know. I think you should just go out and have fucking fun and fuck everybody else that says otherwise, you know. You only got
in a row.
anybody that wants to.
Yeah, I mean, think about just going off your topic is a good conversation. You know, for me, I believed so much as a young kid that if I was there for a specific girl, and if I did everything I could, and I did the right things, if you know she got a fight with her boyfriend, she'd come to me and I'd hug her and go, "It's okay."
And then one day
And
she'll
you're
realize, man,
One day
he's
she'll
really
realize,
good.
hey, you know what?
Yeah.
Shane really loves me.
We were all that fool at one point.
God, I was that fool. I think more than anybody.
I'm trying to think of
And
someone.
you're not more than anybody. Everybody had that feeling. What do you mean more than anybody?
Oh, because I stuck with girls for years and years, though.
Yeah, everybody
Everybody
does.
did that.
With one girl for a decade.
What do you mean?
Everybody
Like,
has that one girl.
having
they
a
think
crush on
about.
a girl that
Yeah.
like that's the girl that
Yeah.
yeah.
I've heard you say this
Everyone does.
before, and it always annoys me that you think like, no, I particularly was more special and worse off than everybody. That's why now I've risen so high. You know?
maybe.
It's like, no, dude, everybody's had that experience.
Yeah.
It's not.
I mean-
you're not special because you had a crush on a girl for a long time.
I had crushes on girls like every grade, but there was always one that was from second grade that I'm like,
Who was that one?
I'm not saying, but I don't pull you. I'm not like, hey, that Debbie person or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not gonna.
Jenna
do that.
Farnsworth.
Yeah, but no, from like second grade all the way into high school, I had one girl that was like at the top of my list of like I wish I could be with her. But I also had other girls that I
Yeah.
still liked
Yeah.
every grade and stuff. You
Tell you-
know,
I never had that. I had one I'd focus on. If it didn't, you know what I
so
mean?
you didn't like any other girl at all. Period.
Between second grade and ninth grade, no. I did not. And everyone would be like, "Why
Well, see,
don't you
she
date-"
was in another school. Like, she wasn't in my school.
I went to a private
I
school.
hardly
It was
ever
a
saw
small
it.
private school, and maybe there weren't a lot of options. There was one girl.
I mean, at Bartlett, there wasn't a lot of options either. I was in a class of 15.
I've seen those girls.
My
I was in a
class
class
was
of
smaller.
15, and there was probably 3
kinda
girls that
wrong.
I had crushes on, and I just alternated which
Yeah,
one I
my,
liked
my
more
junior
that year.
high class
For like
had 14.
8 years. I just alternated them.
My junior high class had 14 people. But I mean, we were all together since kindergarten, pretty much.
Yeah. Luckily, one was a redhead.
My graduating class was 1.
You topped the class though.
And the bottom of the class.
Did you have a,
Valedictorian.
did you have a crush on that person?
Hey, no, because he got with him.
Myself.
He got with him. He got a hand job. Sorry, Calvin. This is right there.
Did they spit on it?
Got a head too. No. Just kidding.
No, but like, I turned down so many other chances to date people because I thought, no, I'm going to marry this girl one day. Like, I literally thought that.
See, I never saw the one that I liked.
Did you see like in magazines or something?
What? No, it wasn't like it was Scarlett Johansson all these years. Like, oh, it's her!
You saw her in Home Alone 3 and you just knew.
No, I moved school
What's that?
districts. I changed where I was going to school, and I went to another school that it was hard for me to see her. Like, she lived over there and stuff.
Well, you told me about this actually. When I got to high school, though, I was so embittered about the whole situation. I told myself I want to get with as many girls as I can and then never talk to them again.
Yeah.
But then I just couldn't go all the way. I'm thinking, well, shit. I guess I just got away. You know what I mean? And then later on, I was like, damn it.
Is that why, like, that you had all these chances and you didn't, and you said that you'd do it earlier? Because now you're like, I wouldn't give it.
No, you said to
anyway.
9th grade.
Yeah, it was pretty much 9th grade.
Yeah,
but
but didn't
then
you
she
say, like-
found out about something I lied about. These crazy schemes. She found out about one of my very first schemes, my biggest crazy scheme. I did it in like 7th grade, and she found out about it like in 9th grade because she went and checked the emails registered with screen names. And she's like, hey, by the way, what's this? Sent me this huge paragraph, all this stuff, and I was like,
I think one of the worst feelings in the world is a scheme that has been found out and there's nothing you can do to stop it.
hey, that's the only one, baby, right there.
You can't, I don't know. So, like, you were building it.
Beyond
like,
paranoia.
This is the girl I want to be with, I'm going to marry and everything.
Well, I was getting desperate.
Here's a lie.
Yeah.
I was getting desperate.
We will build this upon this lie.
Yeah.
I was getting desperate.
Okay.
I was thinking, well, she's got a boyfriend, and we're about to graduate 8th grade, and she's going to go to this school. I want to go to this school. I got one chance.
Sounded like she was pretty happy and you were trying to steal it away.
Maybe.
Are we good on that end? Want to go to the next question?
I think so. I think
there another
that
question?
was a
One more
very,
question,
very
yeah.
good tangent there.
Yeah. Well, we went back to the last question.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we've kind of covered both questions.
Yeah.
That one was the which
I
two
am-
rumors. Did we all choose the money rumor?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Right? Okay.
Yeah, fuck
To not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't want the money rumor.
I want
Don't-
to think I screwed that girl.
My buddy
I could screw yours.
Hey, when I was working at Giant Eagle, there were some dumb rumors going on about me. And then my buddy Ty, he's kind of a good boy, he's like, I don't know why the hell there's never any rumors about me. I'm like, why don't we start one?
Did you hear about the Thai guy?
No one believes that.
All right.
I'm going to need help on this next question.
Okay.
Because he doesn't know. Okay.
All right.
23. Consider this possibility. A. Think about deceased TV star John Ritter.
Who's John Ritter?
I don't know who he is.
You don't know who John Ritter is?
No.
No.
Did you guys ever watch 8 Simple Rules, whatever, for dating my teenage daughter?
No.
Or did you ever,
Hell no.
or did you ever see Problem Child?
No.
Did you ever see
Yeah, I saw
Three's
that.
the
No,
Company?
okay, I know who
Did
you're
you ever see
talking
Three's the
about.
Company?
No.
Come and knock on our door.
Isn't he the mall manager from Bad Santa?
Maybe, but I'm not
That guy?
100% sure on that.
John Ritter?
The mall manager?
Yeah, remember him?
How do none of you guys know John Ritter?
I know who he is.
He's from Bad Santa.
I know he's well known, but like that's one of the
Wait,
first movies
That's not John Ritter.
That right there, Calvin.
That's not John
Let me
Ritter.
see who you're looking at.
That's Zach Braff.
It's Zach Braff.
Okay, that's John, Ritter. Yes, okay.
There's a Zach Braff next to him.
But no, like,
Zach Braff looks a lot like him.
his
but-
first big thing was from Three's a Company,
Yeah.
and he got known from that. And then he was also in Problem Child. He was in all those movies.
Okay,
with
I,
that, and,
now you know who you're talking about. That face. He's,
But-
he's a very popular
yeah.
character
And
actor.
the last thing he was in was the Simple Rules for Dating My Teenage Daughter.
Yeah.
And then he had passed during that, and then he got kind of replaced with who was his father in the show, which Maverick. You guys have seen the movie Maverick?
Yeah.
Or the old
Mel
Maverick?
Gibson?
Mel Gibson's dad.
Are you talking about James Garner?
Yes, that was his
Holy
that was
shit.
his father, and he kind of got replaced on there with him. But it was a fun series.
John Ritter.
All right, so think about him. Right, we've all thought about him.
John Ritter.
John Ritter.
I still don't know.
Now pretend Ritter had never become famous. Well, they already did.
Okay.
Yay!
Pretend he was never affected by the trappings of fame and try to imagine what his personality would have been like.
I have no fucking clue.
Is that the question?
We're not done yet.
That's
Just you gotta picture that. Like try to picture like what he would be like not famous.
okay.
Which I picture him
A
being.
guy I don't know.
I mean, he was a
that's
nice
not
guy.
famous.
I don't.
Yeah. Skip this question.
No, it's the last question. I would say that, I mean, I know I've seen the guy in a bunch of stuff. He's probably very charismatic. So I imagine either a car salesman or a real estate agent.
Yeah, I think he would. I mean, he was a fairly nice
Salesman of
guy and
some kind.
stuff. But all right, so now imagine that this person, the unfamous John Ritter,
Yeah,
is a character in a situation comedy.
sure.
Now you are also a character in this sitcom, and the unfamous John Ritter character is your sitcom father.
Okay.
However, this sitcom is actually your real life. In other words, you are living inside a sitcom. Everything about your life is construction, featuring the unfamous John Ritter playing himself
Okay.
in the role of your TV father. But this is not a sitcom. This is your real life. How would you feel about this?
Fucking confused.
Confused like I am about that question.
Yeah, we can't end on this question.
This is the most wonkiest question I've heard of.
That's the last question in
This
the
is
book.
the last. Well, this is the last one of this series.
So we're skipping the last question because it was stupid.
I liked it. They don't like John
Very
Ritter.
bad question.
It was weird.
We're going to transition over to the 50 questions for insane conversations by Chuck Klosterman, who is the author of Sex, Drugs, Cocoa Puffs, and Eating the Dinosaur. Okay. So anyway, I know that the questions we've already answered are also in here, but there's a bunch more. Okay, so we are going to. It is Aaron's turn.
Yes.
Because we skipped
Shuffle.
his stupid question.
Yeah.
Someone builds a paranormal honesty room within the walls of this room. It is impossible for anyone to tell lies or to avoid answering whatever questions they are asked. The same inventor also creates a memory loss drug that is released into the air inside the honesty room as an airborne mist. What this means is that people who enter the honesty room will not remember what they said, what questions they were asked, or even that they were ever there. The only antidote to the memory loss drug is a pill, and you have this pill. So in essence, you have access to the room where every guest who enters will tell you the absolute truth about anything and then immediately forget what they were asked and what they said. But you will retain everything you learn. You are inside the honesty room with your parents. What do you ask them?
The pill, do you have to say everything is honest too, or does that stop you from being honest?
No, everything's honest. The
So-
only thing the pill does is let you remember because everyone else will forget.
So you have to remember, but you still have to talk about honesty too, right?
Yeah, but no, they're not going to remember.
Yeah.
So that doesn't matter at all. The main thing is like, what are you going to ask that you'll be able to retain later?
I would ask them to clear up the events of my conception and birth and my dad moved because my parents were divorced, and I've heard different versions of the story from my brother and sister. It's like something happened and no one wants me to know about it. That's what I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
I
So you
don't
try
know.
to get.
Yeah, one time I even asked, like, is dad even my dad? You know, yes, he's your dad. Yeah. And I guess that was just a dumb question because I have a lot of similarities with him. But like, that's how foggy it is. I feel like when I ask them about it.
Yeah.
I think it might have been a painful part of their lives, I guess, but it's like no one tells me anything. You know what I mean?
So you want to find out about all that. And
Yeah, what the hell went down? What happened? You know what I mean? My dad moved out and all this stuff. That's one thing I've always kind of wanted to know.
See, I would probably ask, they have to be completely honest. You know, I'm not one of those people that think that your thoughts or your ideas condemn you. I think you should be able to explore any thought you have. You know, your actions are what, count, right? So I would want to talk about their regrets. Like, did they enjoy having children? Like, would they rather have did they have dreams that they never got to go for because they had kids or something like that? Like, what were they like when they were younger? Like, did my dad bang anybody before my mom?
I may ask if I have any other siblings because I know I had like 3 half brothers
Yeah.
before my dad was with my mom.
That was like a travel around the country, didn't he?
I mean, he did inspection work and traveled all the time. That's how he met my mom. Was at a hotel. She was like a maid there. My grandma.
Is that where you were
My
made?
grandma ran the. No, this was in the 80, like 19. Well, I don't know. It had been in the 70s. Because my parents married 1980, and then I was born 1989.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, my dad traveled all over the place doing inspection work and stuff like that, and traveled a lot. So maybe I'd find out if I have any other. If he even knows.
Maybe he doesn't
He
know.
might not even know. I don't know.
That's a good.
Maybe I don't
that's a
want
good
to.
life
I
right
don't
there.
know. I'm trying to think of any other questions I don't want to ask.
Like, you know what? I've kind of wondered about my dad too, but I don't know. Like financially, I don't know if it adds up because my dad's so damn responsible. He would, you know, he would be providing for his other family, and I think, you know, my mom has his bank stuff. My sister has helped him with his banking stuff. I don't think he can get away with it.
So Eric, you're thinking regrets and anything beforehand?
Yeah, I mean, my mom just passed away here very recently. So if I was able to get her in that room, like now, but she would be able to actually communicate and stuff, I'd probably say, like, what do you wish you could have done before you died? And then I'd want to go do those things. Like, I mean, you know, I can't assume that, you know, I'm not saying I go do it with her. I would say, like, what did you miss out on that you thought of that I'm not thinking of?
Yeah. Like, what should I try to do? Like when you get to that point in your life where you know that you're going to die. Like the bucket list that you didn't get to complete.
Like, yeah, right? Like, what are the things that were important to you? I think that would say a lot about somebody that you otherwise wouldn't really know.
My parents have always been extremely honest with me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that there's anything that I could ask them that they wouldn't tell the truth about. It would be an uncomfortable truth, but they wouldn't lie to me. I mean, they might not be proud of it, but they wouldn't hide it.
Yeah.
You know, they would want me to learn from their mistakes.
Like, I think my dad would too if I just came up and asked him stuff, but I had the benefit of them forgetting things, so I don't have to live with that. He knows my secret, you know? Because, you know, depending on your secret, I'm not saying my dad has a secret, he probably does not, but depending on a secret, that can change your relationship with how much you know about somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe I'd ask them what all they knew that I did in the house when I lived there. like when my mom
shopping trip.
Yeah, like the chair moment. Like, Mom, what'd you see that one time when you came in and there was that chair in the living room? And
I asked my dad about that. He caught me camping in the woods with a girl, and years later he asked me kind of about it, and he's like, "I knew you were banging her." Yeah, that's what he thought. I wasn't. But
this is fucking. I would. You know what? For the sheer comedy in the story, I would probably ask my mom. Like, I remember a time where I had a porno mag. Yes, kids, back in the day, we had printed out pictures of girls naked. Yeah. We couldn't just
you didn't have a hard drive.
You couldn't just summon them on your phone, you know?
Yeah.
Anytime you went from all over the world or in space. Like, I had a porno mag that I had in the crack between the wall and my bed. I remember coming home from school one day, and it was suddenly in my drawer, and my room was cleaned. Someone had cleaned my room.
She found it,
and
realized what happened, and put it where it should go, and never said anything. And I stayed in my room the rest of the night, never talked, didn't skip dinner. I came out for dinner,
of course.
But, you know what I'm saying?
Dude, I remember
that kind of stuff would be fun to be like, you little shit. You know?
Like, ask my mom, like, because I had stashes in my room. Like, I remember there was one place I had in my room where I had these shelves, and this one shelf would actually move out. It wasn't actually nailed in, but if you pushed it in, it just sat on the floor. So I could lift it up, and it was about this big.
Yeah.
But I could put magazines in there, or notes, or like,
it was like 3 inches.
Things. Yeah,
3 inches deep.
Like, I could put different stuff in there. Like, I wonder if she ever found that. 'Cause I remember I had my own magazine in there that I kept, and it was a Denise Richards, like, Playboy one. I remember that. Denise Richards.
She was in Playboy?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I had
the chick from Undercover Brother?
Yeah.
Dude, she's so hot.
Yeah.
Well, she was.
I liked her because of 007 World's Not Enough.
Yeah.
Because she was Christmas Jones. And she came early.
Christmas
he was like,
once a year.
Christmas came early.
You know, I had my own stash in a Third Street house, and these fuckers found it.
Me?
And, yes, maybe not you. Maybe it was Zach and someone else. But someone found it and then hid it and did a scavenger hunt. I had to fucking 10 steps to find it.
That's funny.
That's awesome.
I remember. I remember we had beer and we hid it one time, and then we had to do.
No, I did that because that happened. Like, I came home by myself. I went on the scavenger hunt. I finally found it. And then I took all of the alcohol and did the same damn thing.
That's funny. See, I think Calvin was thinking of, there was a moment where in my closet I had these like plastic cups that were like, they're like the large cups you get at like the, you know,
movie theater.
McDonald's or that kind of stuff, whatever.
I know exactly.
And they would have like, you know, the Star Wars special edition ones. They had special images on them. And I had some of those stacked up in my closet. and I had some stuff in there for extracurricular activities.
Sure.
And I remember working and moving out and whatnot, and some stuff I had left there, and I'd forgotten about that stuff. And I came back at one point and was checking, and it was gone.
Yeah.
Like, I might have, like, Mom, was that you? Did you take my stuff?
You know, like...
Yeah. Because she probably did. It was probably her.
Yeah. That's funny, though.
Yeah. I remember...
Take my stuff.
I remember babysitting.
We could have shared.
I remember
I paid for
babysitting. I don't
it.
know how old I would have been. Babysitting my cousins. And I remember being at the house. I won't be back for like 3 a.m. I remember being like, my uncle is a man. He has to have porno here. I remember looking and finding VHS tapes.
Well, one time I remember I woke up early in the morning on Saturday morning, and I was gonna, and then like my dad had I was young, like 5 or 6. We kept a lot of the VHSs in his room. I remember I got it out, like a Ninja Turtles or something. I went back to the living room, and my dad runs out into the living room with his underwear. Gets in front of me, boxes me out, pulls a VHS out, and runs back in his room. And I didn't figure it out until years later.
Oh my gosh.
I had to think that he has a cigarette.
Yeah.
You saw nothing? That's funny.
Oh, man.
I remember thinking, what the hell was in that VCR? You know, I got a little older, I realized,
Oh, that's
What?
funny.
Did everybody answer then?
Yeah.
I think we did, yeah.
Okay, that was a good question.
Yeah.
I liked that one. All right, last question for this podcast is called Mystical Clay. A major earthquake occurs in California. After the damage is assessed, workers discover a strange type of clay that was exposed by the fault line. Immediately, certain workers report a bizarre sensation. Merely touching the clay gives them a euphoric, almost sexual sense of well-being. They only need to touch it once to feel great forever.
Whoa.
Soon, thousands of people begin flocking to the clay to experience it. About 1 in 4 people feel the euphoric effect, regardless of gender, age, or nationality. The rest of the populace feel nothing at all.
Okay.
Scientists who study the atomic structure of the clay realize the substance could also serve as the cleanest, most completely efficient fuel ever discovered.
Oh, I see where this is going.
1 pound of clay would power all of Los Angeles for 10 years. However, those who have been personally and spiritually affected by the clay implore the government not to pursue this avenue. They insist that the clay as energy will destroy mankind's ability to feel joy. They cannot explain what this means, but they overwhelmingly and specifically suggest that this is literally what will happen. In fact, many of them claim they will attempt to overthrow the U.S. government if the clay is misused in any way whatsoever. You are in the second term of tenure as President of the United States. The clay has no effect on you whatsoever. Would you support an initiative that allows 5% of clay to be mined?
5%?
Yep.
That's it?
That's what it
Yeah.
says.
See, now here's the thing I'm thinking, like, what if, like, this mystical clay, besides just touching it, what if it does have a property that, like, it is what, like, when you start feeling joy and stuff, it's related to you feeling that joy. Because, like, what you reach into with this, like, you offer that 5% to be mined, the next president or the president after, when maybe now they want 20% or 50%, you know?
Yeah.
So, like, now
You're
you're
setting
you're
a
opening
precedent.
that door.
Yeah.
But, like, what if, like, once this stuff's all gone, what if, like, that takes away that euphoria feeling, that joy feeling, and no one ever feels it? Like, what if it's because of that somehow you're connecting to this spiritually, and that's why you feel it, even if it's for a split second. But these lucky people get to touch it once, and they feel it forever.
I don't know. I look at it like
Now is it?
when
Is
we
it
felt joy and sorrow before this clay.
Well, yeah, but what if it's because of a connection that you reached
So
to?
this is what I was going to try to
what we
ask.
need to do is find the fucking depression clay and just burn the shit out of that.
It probably isn't clean, though. It probably would just fog up, and we'd go into global warming, like, just
Yeah.
that.
Burn it on the moon and
You want
Mars.
4% rather than 2.
That way they get an atmosphere over there.
I would say, I was going to clarify. This says that they only need to touch it,
Once.
and they'll feel great forever.
Yeah.
So you're in a constant state of euphoria?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. Constant
You wouldn't
joy,
do shit.
euphoria,
I know, but like,
feeling amazing.
I was going to say, like,
You'd
well,
be so productive,
wouldn't you just
too.
get so used to it that it's no longer euphoria?
What's
No.
happening?
Like, after 7 years of being this feeling, it would just become your new norm, right?
That's what it is. That's
So would it, be,
what's-
would it still be special?
It wouldn't be, because what's happiness? Happiness is something you need before you need more happiness.
See, but it's not saying like the chemical imbalance in the brain. It's saying the feeling will last forever. Like people that get addicted to drugs, they have their first experience and it's so amazing, and then the rest of their life or the rest of their addiction, they keep chasing that experience but can never get it. Whereas it sounds like this experience just never ends. But do you get used to it? Does it become your new norm? And if it does,
I think the implication is that you always feel good. So maybe it heightens itself over time, but you don't stop feeling good, I guess. No matter what you and I know about reality. Whatever this is, you feel good anyways.
We should just bury that shit back up. Pretend it would never...
So you're saying...
why don't you burn it?
I don't know. I have a weird sense that, like, they're saying about that joy and we would never feel joy. Like, I feel like maybe there's, like, a spiritual connection with it kind of thing.
I don't believe in that.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying, like, what if there's a possibility? You can't... it's a silly question anyway. It's a mystical clay. But what if it's mystical, what if the reason you feel euphoria and joy is because of some link that you get to this? So, like, if you get rid of all of it, what if it really does destroy that and you can never feel happy and joyful?
The thing is that thousands of people are flocking to the city, but only 1 in 4 can feel the effect. So 3 out of 4 people, it doesn't help at all.
Yeah, not for, like, the forever touch thing. But, like, what if any time they do feel happy is because then that for a split, like, for a small,
It's like we're connected in this world to this clay.
Yeah, like, what if it gives you, like, a spiritual link to the earth, and that helps give you that link, and once you destroy it all, now you're fucked, and you can't feel happy.
I don't think that's...
I mean
maybe.
I'm saying, it's a possibility.
I agree with Aaron, actually.
I just don't think the brain works that way. I don't think...
Well, no, not chemically, but this is a fucking mystical clay. You have to suspend your disbelief.
The brain also doesn't let you just touch dirt and be happy.
Yeah. Well.
I'm just thinking it's
I'm not calling you dirt. You're there. That's still not dirt.
I can suspend my belief and say it's something that you touch. It's like a drug, has a drug-like effect. The thing I have to suspend my belief on is it lasts forever. But it having this connection with, like, it's in the earth, and that's the reason why we're happy. It doesn't say that. So
No, it doesn't.
I'm not going to go by that.
No, but what if? That's the entire question.
I'm just speculating off of the fact that the people who feel the euphoria, right, said that if we get rid of this, the people will never feel joy again, right? Isn't that what they said?
Yeah.
It might just be the people saying that, the people who are feeling it.
I mean, it could be them just being
they're
like,
biased.
no, don't. We'll never feel joy. Anybody. Don't do it, please. It could just be, like, hey, we need this, you can't do it. Like, it'd be like saying, like...
Gotta look at it eventually.
I don't think it says they'll never feel joy again.
What? You read that.
Did it
Did you not read that?
Yeah, he did.
When they insist that using the clay as energy would destroy mankind's ability to feel joy.
Yeah.
But that's not true. Like, it's not a fact. They just insist it. They can't explain what this means. They just overwhelmingly suggest it is literally what will happen.
Yeah, that's
Like,
why I'm speculating off of it.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no supporting evidence.
There's no supporting fact that they're actually feeling euphoria, right? It's just that they say they are, correct?
Yeah, but if it's a known phenomenon that it's observable, measurable evidence that these people are all...
Then wouldn't it also follow that if they knew something about it, that they would probably be right, that if you destroy it, then we're not going to be able to feel joy ever again?
No, just
I mean,
because
it sounds like
they're
people
feeling euphoria doesn't mean they're going to be right
I'm
about
gonna
it.
say, it sounds like these people are just fucking high forever. And they're just like, we can't stop this, man. You'll destroy the world.
That's a
You
possibility.
know? I don't think it gives them like some kind of clairvoyance.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Into some spiritual realm.
It's a mystical clay that helps you feel happy all the time. Why is it not like a spiritual thing?
And
Like,
it just says they discover a strange type of clay, and it gives you a bizarre sensation.
Yes.
It doesn't say anything about it being spiritual or connected to any kind of
divide the clay. If I was
spiritual
president, I would
energies,
divide the clay up
I mean,
in a way.
the name of the question is spiritual. Is
it says mystical clay, but that's just a name. It doesn't say it in the question. It doesn't say it's magic clay. It just says it has certain properties.
I mean, wouldn't you describe that as extraordinary?
I mean, there's shit that you can just touch and that you'll get affected by, like poisonous frogs and shit, right? I mean, I can suspend my belief that there's a substance that changes the way you feel. I guess.
Your mood. I can't.
It has to be in your bloodstream, but yeah, I get what you're saying.
I can't suspend my belief to say that.
But, I mean,
it would
there's
destroy all
nothing-
happiness.
There's nothing inherently magic that grants some kind of super clairvoyance to the people that are feeling euphoria. If anything, these are just the fucking people at
like
Burning Man screaming at a giant. Like, they're just crazy and they're high.
I don't know. I feel like neither way you have proof of saying, like, they have any clairvoyance or that they don't have any clairvoyance, right?
You don't. So I would say you go to the default and you don't lean
You
upon
don't believe anybody.
magical ability to know. I would say that you need to have evidence, and the absence of evidence is the evidence of absence.
So then, with that all removed, then, regardless of that,
sounds
you
rehearsed.
you still have at least 20...
Classic philosophy.
It's one of his phallic thingies.
Phallic.
It is, right? Isn't that what you call it?
Phallic thingy?
Yeah.
Phallic
You
is
talk about it all the time.
It's a
You're talking about fallacy? That's not a fallacy.
The phallic
It's
is
what you-
phallic is
it's-
like a
you mention them all the
philosophy.
time. No, you're what do you call them?
it's a logical
A
fallacy.
logical
yeah,
fallacy,
you talk
a way
about it
that
all
you
the
can
time.
debate?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's one of those things.
So
He
basically,
he
he's
uses that all
saying
the time.
basically he's saying there's no definitive proof, so I'm going to believe what I believe anyway, and you can't convince me with any
Say,
theoretical situation.
to use a logical
basically.
fallacy, I say you're straw manning my argument.
Is that not what you're doing though?
Not at all. No, I would say
Explain-
that you have a claim. The claim is that these people have this clairvoyant ability to know that all joy will be gone, right? That's their claim. I'm not claiming otherwise. I'm saying prove your claim. And there's no proof, thus I don't believe in the claim. It's the default position to just not believe the claim. I'm not saying it's otherwise. I'm saying I don't believe in that particular claim.
For me, if I was president,
But you're using that to enforce your own belief that there is no.
No, I'm saying that I'm not enforcing my belief. I'm saying I don't believe in their belief.
Well, that was the point that you made originally. Then you said, well, there's no proof, so
Yeah, because there's no proof that their belief is true. If their belief is not true, it doesn't mean my belief is true. It just means their belief has not yet been proved to be true. Their belief could be true. There's no evidence of it, though.
then why would you take a chance
Chance about what?
that they are right?
Well, there's no sustaining evidence about it if they are or not.
I'm not saying whether sustaining evidence or not.
Yeah.
It's not specified in the question. I'm saying why would you take the chance?
That all these high people were right, that we're going to
mean,
not feel joy? Why
They're
would
not
that happen?
high. They're not intoxicated.
They seem euphoric.
They're euphoric. That
I mean, there should be like
Ecstasy.
if all these people are doing this, we have option of being able to test chemical levels and stuff in the brain. What if there's none of that and they're just
they're
euphoric?
happy.
They're just happy. There's no chemical changes.
Sure.
They're just in this joyful state, right?
Okay, we'll grant that. Does that mean that they're right about this thing?
It means something's different, right?
for
It
me,
means
something-
that they're euphoric all the time, and we don't know why.
Yeah, and there's a mystical clay that's been in the earth forever.
we can quantify that the only people that feel this, it's because after they touch that clay.
Yeah.
Now there's only a 25% margin
Yeah.
of them, but still,
But why would
only
we-
people who have touched that clay feel that.
I understand, but why would we call it mystical?
Because
It's
the
called-
name of the
It's called
question
mystical clay.
for
Not
lack
in the
of
context of the question.
lack of a better term, that's what it's called.
It's all-
Okay, but I'm the sitting president of the United States of America.
I am too.
I have to separate church from state in my decisions.
No, it
There's no
says,
church here.
read it.
Yeah, it's your second term. I know.
No, the
do you
first part.
You are.
Yeah, me, not you.
All right. So I got a group of advisors. I got my science team. I got a bunch of stuff, right?
Yeah.
Like, I personally don't see any merit into what these people are assisting. They can't explain what this means, but they are overwhelmingly and specifically suggest that is literally what will happen. In fact, many of them claim it will attempt to overthrow the U.S. government if the clay is misused in any other way. Honestly, I'm probably more worried about these cult-like people massing and trying to overthrow
But
the
I was going
government.
to say that too. Like, even if you don't believe
know
in
what I'm
any of this
saying?
stuff, what about the 25% of the population that's going to overthrow
Yeah, that's
your government?
crazy. But
as a president, why can't we just divide some of this fucking clay up?
And
Well,
ultimately,
you want to use 5%.
ultimately, in a democracy, you're supposed to do what the people want you to do.
It depends.
Right?
It depends on the
Well,
So why would you?
You're going to have 25% pretty unanimously voting
Yeah.
to not use clay. Then it's going to be based on the other 75% on what
Yeah.
they feel would be the good option.
see, I think the base of the question is it's not that you're actually going to be changing the rules. It's would you support? Because this is the second term of your tenure, meaning that you don't have to worry about being reelected next time.
No.
I think people are asking about, like, where would you throw your support behind? Not necessarily like, yeah, I don't know. That's a weird way of phrasing the question then.
No, like based on what you do here is going to set a precedent. The
Yeah.
next president and the rest of the Congress could easily start saying, well, we're going to use more of this clay because we've already used 5%. It's been really good, really clean. It's helping the environment.
Yeah.
We're good. And then people are gonna be like, well, we're not feeling euphoric anymore, or I've started not feeling joy, or any of that
I
kind of
guess
stuff.
I'd have to run a bunch of
Or what
tests
that
on this
doesn't
clay.
Yeah, you need to. I mean,
Well, the thing
I
is,
feel like
that
I would not be for it. is
I
where
would
where I'm going with it.
I would be against it.
against
Against mining.
mining it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
I mean, power Los Angeles for 10 years.
Yeah.
Imagine all the stuff you could do
Get
with
some
that
damn
amount of power.
windmills.
Huh?
Get some damn windmills.
Right?
Get some solar panels.
Get some hydrogen extraction plants going.
There are.
Yeah.
I mean, there are
Do
Don't
some
like 10
shit.
people a year die from windmills?
I don't care.
more than sharks.
That's only 10. 10.
10 people, that's a lot.
10 people in
You
a
know how
year.
many people die every year from
Of anything
mining
else?
accidents?
Yeah.
A lot more than fucking 10.
Yeah, that's true. Imagine what you can do with that kind of power,
Okay.
though.
The things I have that are against me on doing it is, one, I feel like the people that have had made a connection in some way, maybe they have some truth behind what they're saying. Maybe it's not 100% truth, but maybe there is some. Two, you're going to have at least 25% of the population rising up against to overthrow the government, possibly.
Yeah.
Plus, what if the other 75%, what if any percentage of them agree, but just can't feel
What
it?
if even half of them agree? You still got.
Yeah. So, like, even though
Majority.
they can't feel it, they could still be for letting this mystic clay.
Yeah.
Help
I mean, they would
do
see the
stuff.
difference in their family members and friends and stuff after they've touched the clay.
Yeah.
It's like, wow, this is so much better. Why would you even chance losing this?
So I'm gonna go against it.
I'm against it.
For me, what's hard to explain is just why is it only 25%? Yeah, I mean,
It's mystical. It's spiritual, I think.
Well, it says that 1 in 4 people feel the euphoric effect regardless of gender, age, or nationality. The rest of the populace feel nothing at all. They just don't know. The answer is we don't know why it does it. It just does it.
Maybe they're the saddest people, and they give them euphoria, and because they've just been sad so much of their life that they need something to be happy about, and they gave them this clay. And everyone else is like in the middle ground.
it's
or
suggesting that it destroys the happiness of all mankind forever.
That what they say is that
'Cause if
the
it just
people
is-
that touched it are saying that if this clay is misused and taken out and destroyed or whatever, that no one will feel joy.
Ever again.
No one. That's what they say. But there's no backing on their claim. It's how they feel and what they're saying. That's why I relate it to more of a spiritual thing. And like, what if this
I'd have
clay
to-
is related to every?
I just have to test the properties of the clay, I guess.
It is impossible to test. There's no way of knowing. You have to just make a decision. I would say that would I support an initiative that allows 5% of the clay to be mined? I mean, it's 5%.
But you're also opening that door. It's like once we use that 5%,
Yeah. Well,
we could build a super city on Mars.
I would have to have a debate with the head euphoric leader.
I'd have to create a law that would need to be amended later on.
and
It's a
being
very
able to
difficult
discuss
process.
like, well, why do you believe this? And he'd be like, well, I just do. I'd be like, okay, well, do you imagine all the good we could do with this? You know, like, shouldn't you have a reason why? It's like, well, no, I don't need a reason. I just do. And if you don't, we will overthrow you. I'd be like,
Well, I mean, what if he's
it's treason then?
you don't know if he's going to be not intellectual. I don't, you know what I mean?
I mean, this is what they're saying. They cannot explain what this means.
Yeah,
That's
but
part of the question.
he still might
Not
be
that
able,
one can explain. They cannot explain.
he still might be able to.
He could probably have theories, I guess, but that's not part of
He
the
might be
question.
able to. He might be able
you're-
to discuss his point very well.
You're basing your decision on the one thing they can or cannot do, and the one thing that is explicitly explained in the question that they can't do.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's a lot
I mean,
of different.
if you could have a discussion with the leader, you keep thinking of it as like a cult thing where there's like a leader and all these other
Make it
people
sound like the
follow
Westboro
him.
Baptist.
Not everything has leaders, Eric. Not everything has a leader.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I was just. I was just saying, like, if these people are going to organize and attempt to overthrow, like, obviously they're very passionate and they're going to have to have a figurehead to be able to follow, right? I mean, people without a leader are usually just mobs that go crazy, and they're going to overthrow the government, not just attack things, right?
Not just protest.
They will attempt to overthrow, so like a coup.
Be a new civil war.
Yeah. Hell, I mean, all these people are fucking euphoric. How aggressive can they be?
Yeah, could be happy to kill.
Yeah. I would say it would take a lot of discussion, a lot of public discourse and debate, but I'd probably support the initiative allow 5% of the clay to be mined because I feel like that kind of energy is just going to, yeah, okay, we might not have any joy, but we might not fucking heat the planet to over 2 degrees and ruin the environment for our grandkids. You know what I'm saying?
What if you
They just might not
What if
have
you solve
joy.
global warming, but then they just never happy?
My species has survived. Would you
Is
rather
it-
your species
is it
be
though?
gone?
Is it though? Is
No.
it survival to,
No, because probably no
to
one.
change
I
what
mean,
the human race is? Just to
Yeah,
have
that's
life.
what evolution is. People change.
it would be like
I don't know.
it'd be like children of men. Like no one will be happy, and you know what I mean. And people might
So you
stop trying to have kids. Honestly,
Yeah, I don't know.
because there wouldn't be any joy. There wouldn't be any joy out of it.
If we boil that down to, would you rather be like, would you rather never be able to feel joy or die? Would you pick dead?
I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of
I'd
people who
rather-
are
I'd
stuck
rather
in like
live.
a wheelchair and they don't feel any joy and they'd rather be dead. You know what I mean?
I mean,
I know for me.
Yeah, but there's a
I'd rather-
difference between
there's-
joy and pain.
okay,
You know,
but
they don't mean that they're in pain and they'd rather die. Like my mom was in pain.
Yeah.
You know,
If I
like,
was stuck in a situation where I felt absolutely no joy, I don't know if I would even feel very alive.
I don't think.
What-
I mean, you know,
what do we do in our lives? Everything that we do is to try to make ourselves feel happier.
yeah, I agree.
If there's absolutely no hope of feeling happy,
Everyone, the whole
why
world,
do we do anything?
the whole
We're gonna
world-
die in a generation.
The whole world would be stuck in like a depression kind of.
Yeah.
Thing. Not like
It would be-
not like a money depression, but like
Doesn't
It
that
would be
send
a
the wrong message?
universal emotional depression.
Wouldn't that send the wrong message to depressed people that it's not worth living or something? Maybe is that something like that?
no, but it's finding something that makes you happy.
No, I
finding,
understand.
Finding joy somewhere.
Well,
But
the-
we're
don't
also
look at
have to remember
difference,
too.
The difference is
Right now, we're granting that we would lose joy. Like, and I don't even grant that. That's just these people's belief.
yeah.
Well,
You know
we're
what I'm
not
saying?
granting it. We're just discussing the hypothetical reality.
Yeah,
for me, if it's
I would say the being able to solve the energy crisis, get rid of fossil fuels, and have renewable energy from this magic fucking clay. I would say that is worth the risk of these euphoric people having a feeling that the entire world will lose joy. Not just them, but they say everybody will lose joy. Because the people that have touched it and don't have any feeling are saying that if now the clay is gone, you will have an effect on you and you'll never be able to feel joy at all. You know, it's a weird
it is, but
thing to say.
I guess if
Yeah.
the clay was something that couldn't be explained,
You know?
I might have to go. You know what I'm saying?
like I would say, for me,
if the clay was mystical and was really doing this shit, I don't know. If it couldn't
Yeah.
be explained through science,
I would say through my worldview, like I don't believe in any mystical, spiritual stuff. I just can't factor into my decision as the world leader.
even if you
So
found
you- so
mystical
you-
clay,
World leader as president. I said
World
leader.
leader.
Fucking Trump got in my head.
So you would support the 5%?
I would support the
thing.
5%. Yeah.
Okay. I know Calvin and I both said we wouldn't. Shane, have you given an answer on which side you'd be on?
I don't know.
You got to either support it or not support it. If you don't know, it sounds like a not support to me.
You could say I don't know. I guess.
I really don't know because if it's different if it's all the clay. That's 5%. Not very much.
Yeah, but what
Yeah,
they're
but
saying is that if you do any of it, then
It's a precedent being
the
set.
Yeah.
clay will.
I would
suck
create a
the joy
law
from the
where that
world.
would be very hard for it to be amended later, where they couldn't bind anymore.
Yeah, but there's still always a ways of.
No, what they were saying is that if you do it to any of it, this happens.
Well, like
Right.
once you.
Well, yeah,
once-
but it's already
once
been
you-
tested.
Once you set
so
a
it hasn't done it
precedent-
yet.
Yeah, but we
No,
have
if you
burning.
if you start if you
Well, then
start,
how do we know it's a good source?
maybe
fuel?
there is a certain amount and 5% is the. I don't know. That's why I
maybe
don't
they've
like
taken
the
a little bit and they've
yeah.
done a little bit of testing with it. And so
But it
they
hasn't done
know-
it. It hasn't taken anyone's happiness yet.
Okay.
So
but
why would
there's still
5% do it?
Yeah, but that's not what I'm saying. This is your last term as president, right? If you set a precedent and work towards this of being able to mine 5%, what's to say here in another 4 years or whatever, once you go through that 5% or however long it takes, that they're hey, we need 5% more or we need 10% more. Hey, we're gonna get to Mars, we need 20%.
Hey, we need to stockpile this stuff so we don't have to dig it up as soon as we need it.
Yeah, and now like
Because
And
5%,
now it's
is,
not-
if it's just a little bit power Los Angeles, then 5% would probably power, I don't know, so much.
yeah, but then are they
I
gonna
mean,
be
it's-
digging more up then or
yeah.
what?
And
What's
by
gonna
then we
happen
can
then?
think of alternative methods for energy. You know what I mean?
I mean,
You can find
think of
more
them
clay.
now. See, that's what, like your scientific guys
mean,
come in.
if
Like,
this- I guess
we're gonna find
I-
more clay, guys. We've mapped out the entire world.
I guess
here's
if
all
this-
the clay in the earth.
If this clay did something completely unexplainable, then I might have to side with the people.
I mean, so far it is unexplainable, right?
Yeah, I mean, because it's not like we can test this clay and go, it's just a placebo. These people are just crazy, they're high, and they're just thinking, they're having crazy-ass clairvoyance. If all these people independently were, if they all arrived independently at the fact that this will happen, then it'd have to be something mystical. If it's just one crazy leader who said that and it trickled down.
the way it sounded like it's overwhelming. Like,
Yeah, if
the
everyone
people are
overwhelmingly independently
saying it,
came
right?
up with the same thought, it would be something mystical. I would have to go with that.
rather than just like one crazy guy being like, "Hey, I don't want to feel joy." Like, shut up, you.
Yeah,
You're just high.
if their leader thought that, and that's why the question is that it doesn't give a lot of information.
Yeah.
If the question, for me, I think all these people are independently coming at this thing, then yeah,
And you also run the risk of overthrowing the government.
So, yeah, I wonder. It says thousands of people. It never gives you like a. It didn't say like all of America touched it. It only says thousands.
It doesn't even say that only Americans touched it.
And
either.
it was just a huge earthquake too. Like, is it only Los Angeles people?
Yeah.
Like, what if?
Is it just that area?
Yeah, like what if something happened during the earthquake and they're all depressed and then 1 in 4 people think that touching this clay makes you feel better and it's just psychosomatic or it's like a placebo.
But people from all over came in though.
I don't. That's what I'm saying. It didn't say people from all over, did it? It only said thousands of people.
I mean,
come.
it did say like not based on gender, race,
Yeah,
or
nationality.
age,
Nationality.
any of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So by
Like,
that, you have to
yeah.
assume that there's been people from.
I would
I
assume.
thought it just meant Los Angeles like a melting pot.
I would assume people would.
Yeah,
hear about
regardless
this
of
clay and
gender,
come to-
age, or nationality. So I would say that does imply that it's
Yeah.
not strictly.
Because nationality, they would just
American
be Americans.
nationalists.
So this is like any
Oh,
nationality.
I thought
Yeah.
it meant like nationality, like
Race?
like race.
That would
like
be,
if,
that would be
you know,
race. It said
Yeah.
gender,
Yeah.
race, age, and nationality. So you got people from Russia, Germany, China, Australia,
South America.
Mexico, Canada, wherever, coming in and touching this stuff. And if you have all them saying it too, like that might be like they're all like, no one would feel joy. Like, why would they care about the U.S. if they're in other countries too?
Yeah.
Not to say if they're coming up, if they arrive at this independently, then it would have to be something. I'd have to side with the 25%.
So you would go against
All these people in different languages.
So you
are
wouldn't
saying-
support mining the energy.
No, I probably
Saying.
wouldn't.
Okay.
Just because if all these people in different languages are coming off the same feeling after they touch
Sure.
this, then
Okay.
it would have
Well,
to be something mystical.
That was definitely an interesting question.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's going to have to be the last one for this podcast was we got to get out of here. We'll just catch you guys next time. I'm Eric.
I'm Shane.
I'm Calvin.
I'm Aaron.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.